Welcome back to This Week in Film. It's special edition commentary track episode for Jurassic Park 3. I'm Nick Panotto, joined as always by Midwest Matt Lauer. Matt, how's it going?
Yes, it's going excellently. I'm stoked that we're finally watching this.
All right, so we're getting right into it. We're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
The Universal logo has just started to come up.
There are lasers shooting out of it.
Universal logo is wrapping around for people at home if you're trying to sync up with us, if you wanted to watch a movie with your good friends Matt and Nick.
And you got a Tyrannosaurus ripple, and you're about to get another one because they just couldn't do too many ripples. There it is.
That's an impact tremor.
Yeah.
The Amblin Entertainment logo just came up full blast on my screen. And now it says Jurassic Park. Claws. I think you're a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah, I just paused a couple times to slow down. Restricted.
Yeah, all right. So I think we're...
It's a real good sign that it's going to be a great movie.
So this is a movie we've both seen 1,000 times.
And we got these folks on a boat who couldn't possibly run into any dinosaur problems.
I like how the guy looked real shifty left and right.
I like how the ocean suddenly looks like a big pool. I wonder what extra he's going to give him, because that sounded a little sexual to me.
Ready, amigo? Ready. Wow, that really looks like terrible blue screen.
This is true. And terrible shorts. Now, I've never paraglided, but I feel like what they just did... I guess when you're falling, you open up a parachute. It's got a jerk at you, but maybe I just don't belong in a parachute because that just seems like it would rip you in half.
I went paragliding in Germany.
Did you?
Yeah, it was awesome.
When your chute opened, did it jerk you? Not like jerk you off, but just jerk you.
No, actually what you did was you kind of ran off the side of the cliff and your parachute picked you up off that. But when I went skydiving, when they pull the chute, it doesn't jerk you up. It kind of slows you down real quick. Quick enough that like your legs fly up, but it doesn't feel like a big jerk.
Interesting.
I like how it's foggy right below them.
Well, I like that they also look, I guess they are being pulled by a string. But I think if I started getting jerked around, I'd be looking everywhere.
Uh-huh.
That's a good question.
What did happen to them?
Yeah, because where did they go? Because I think they're implying here that pterodactyls got them.
Right.
But you don't see any pterodactyls flying out from under the clouds with, legs in their mouth or people in their claws.
I mean, in Jurassic World, those pterodactyls ripped that one girl apart for 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised they took that take even though the boat didn't explode. Now, the kid...
I like how this guy knows how to work a parachute perfectly.
Well, he's the cool stepdad.
And why would he go to the center of the island? Why didn't he try to, just go for the coastline?
That's a good question.
Dr. Grant!
I know the listeners don't need to hear us congratulate ourselves, but I'm amazed at how synced up our TVs are right now.
Nice midriff.
Laura Dern was like, I'm not going to actually be in your movie, but I'll take the money.
Yeah. This is the first time this guy's meeting him?
It's not really that funny. Like, what else would a kid call him?
Right, yeah. Well, she's a paleobotanist, right?
Yeah.
What do you think he calls her? Mommy?
Plant woman? Swamp thing?
So she's got
What
a kid
a boring job.
She's got a kid who's about 3 years old. And this is the first time that Dr. Grant is meeting Ellie's husband.
Well, maybe they don't catch up very often.
I mean, come on. He's so creepy sometimes.
The sounds they made, like Alan. God, could she at least have made her hair before she came to the set?
She has 3 different hairstyles going on. So this is where they established that raptors could talk to each other.
Oh yeah, that's right. The plot. I'm too busy looking at Laura Dern and thinking about her acting career.
I have the closed captionings on, so I'm reading along with watching.
You're not missing anything.
They were smarter than primates.
Now, I don't mean to say that Laura Dern's a bad actress, but I will admit that the only thing I've ever seen her in that she didn't suck in was the first Jurassic Park.
I can't think of anything else that she was ever in.
She was in The Last Jedi.
Oh, yeah, she was awful in that.
Right. Actually, there was an episode of Frasier she was on where she was all right, but all she really had to do was wear a prosthetic nose and make jokes about her nose.
Is she wearing it right now?
No, she just doesn't have an extremely petite nose. I'm sure she's a very nice woman. Everyone I can pick out in the audience looks like they hate that they're in the audience.
Yeah. That's a hell of a
assertion.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this much. If it was me against a raptor, I'd lose.
Yeah, me too. All right, Dr. Grant. What is he in front of right now? Like a group of people to give money or like a lecture hall?
I would imagine a group of people who have money in a lecture hall. Because I've never been to a college lecture where anyone's asked for money. Like, donate to our cause. I think there have been a few things where people tried to sell books or something, but I don't know how often this sort of event actually happens. Oh, what a douchebag.
Yeah. Dr. Grant said in the first movie that he's going to have to evolve or he'll be out of a job. He has not evolved.
Yeah, that's true. He just kind of stuck with what he was doing before. What if that was the end of his plot?
Yeah.
I'll never get on the island, and then he didn't. Then he still would have had more time on the screen than
Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum did in the newest movie. Quick check with you on this, Nick.
Yeah.
Do they ever actually use this gun in this movie?
I
other
don't
than
know.
to shoot that airplane?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think they do. They use that phone a whole lot.
That is not Chekhov's gun. It's like Chekhov's less successful brother, Chekhov's gun. It never gets used.
It's a good thing they got all these airplanes to shoot.
In the original script, they shot the kid with that gun. Yeah, well, then you're an idiot. It's just a brush.
It's a brush, yeah. Let's get to know Billy.
Now, I can't rewind because it would throw off our, groove here. But
sure.
That was really fake looking, right?
The dinosaur, or?
Yeah.
No, it looked okay.
I mean, the thing they're laying on just looked like a sheet of plaster.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. You're totally right. Oh, he's touching her hand.
Her man hands.
Oh.
She's cute, though.
Oh, rough and smooth.
She just gave Dr. Grant you got in the way again look.
Stop getting in the way between me and Billy.
Billy is Nicolas Cage's brother in Face Off.
Really?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's that. Or he's doing a really weird voice. I don't know if you remember his voice or not, but he's doing a really strange voice in Face Off.
Oh, this is like a real 3D printer. It's been a long time since I watched this movie.
Not me. I watched it last week.
Did you really?
No, I'm kidding. No, the last time that I watched this was before the first Jurassic World movie came out.
Uh-huh.
I watched it in a marathon with my friend DePolly, and boy, what a sad experience to just have the quality drop like it does.
I like how they 3D printed out that Velociraptor thing, but then they just know how to use it.
Velociraptor flute.
They just know how to use it.
Yeah,
he blows into it like it was a mouthpiece on a trombone.
And you would know all about that, wouldn't you, Nick?
So would you.
Yeah. Listeners, we both played the trombone. That's not some sort of sexual thing. Is that Randy Newman?
I'm gonna see a dinosaur. Is this the second island that they're going to, or is it the first island?
This is the second island.
Why do they want Dr. Grant to go? Dr. Grant never went to the second island.
That's what he said. And I think he will say that again at some point later in the movie, too. I can't quite decide if, as an audience member, we're supposed to already be able to tell that they're lying.
No, I think we're supposed to. I think we're supposed to believe that he's super wealthy, because they're going on a commercial flight to the moon.
But they're playing terrible liars, so I'm not sure. If we're supposed to be thinking, "Don't do it, Dr. Grant," they're not telling you the truth. Or if we're supposed to be thinking, "Oh wow, what a good reason to go back to the island."
He's an importer-exporter.
That's how they got him to the island in the first one.
Yeah, he's a sucker for research money. No force on heaven and earth could get him to go to that island, except 10 minutes later when it's a
Cash.
check.
Yeah.
The almighty dollar.
And we get to listen to this augmented John Williams score.
Yeah.
Now, I had forgotten about this, but this lucky backpack he's talking about right here,
Uh-huh.
Julianne Moore had a lucky backpack.
Yeah, I was going to say she had a
Jurassic
lucky
Park.
pack because the one dinosaur grabs her by it, right?
Probably. I've only seen that one like 3 times. I've seen this one like 40. Don't the bones degrade extremely fast once they're exposed?
If they're exposed to the weather, yeah. Don't worry, that girl that guy was hitting on there. She's taking care of everything.
But she doesn't even know what's bone and what's rock. She could just be there collecting rocks the whole time.
Oh my God, it's the guys from the shooting range.
Wait, what if she was? What if she was collecting rocks the whole time and they get back and she's just built a skeleton of a dinosaur out of rocks? Boy, what a real looking plane.
There's a lot of fog.
Why is there cloud in the plane?
Hold on, this is the best part of the
'Cause it's-
entire movie.
Wow. And that's so much not as bad as the moment in the Lost or Jurassic World 2 where the dinosaur smiles at the camera.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh God. It's really depressing.
Oh, they don't have permission at all. Visit beautiful Hawaii.
Uh-oh. I have a error.
Something's happened. You've
I'm waiting for you to catch up now.
okay. Dinosaurs. That looks terrible.
Nice.
Dr. Grant
Now,
is right to be angry.
Oh, I was just about to say, if that were me, I'd be flipping the hell out. I'd be screaming my head off.
Right. Now he's got a concussion. You told me not to tell you, Dr. Grant.
Now, if you You have kids. I don't have kids. So you tell me.
Uh-huh.
If Alex were on an island filled with dinosaurs,
Right.
and you had just gotten onto this island filled with dinosaurs, would you jump out and just start screaming for him right away, or would you be cautious about attracting dinosaurs?
I would hope that we flew around the island a few more times to see if we could see him, rather than just randomly yelling. So no, I guess the answer is no.
Okay. No.
Sounds bigger.
Sounds bigger. Because a Tyrannosaurus sounds about that big. But
So
this
they
sounds
took that
like-
giant gun. He does have the giant gun, but I guess they just
He
decided
doesn't
not to
shoot
use it.
anything with it. I mean, I don't know that he really gets a chance, but my point is that we watched a whole scene of him using it and getting prepared for it,
Uh-huh.
and then we just never really see it used.
Why didn't they get the plane ready to go when they landed? Like they're taking the time to turn around right now.
I don't know.
Like if you're landing in a hostile area, you would make sure that you're ready to go.
So this guy just got attacked by the Spinosaurus, which is about this big, because we're about to see it. Spoiler alert. Here it comes. Okay, that thing. So he just got attacked by that, and yet he had like a bloody scratch on his arm.
Uh-huh.
Explain.
Oh, that looks so terrible. What a terrible looking effect.
It kind of looked like a miniature made out of a toothpaste tube.
Nobody's hurt. Everybody didn't look like they were wearing seatbelts at all.
Well, it's just a plane crash.
So the dinosaur, when it eats the guy, all the blood that lands on the windshield, where did that come from?
I don't think you're supposed to ask that question.
Because the blood on the windshield was like as if, like in Indiana Jones, when the propeller hits that guy.
Yeah, I think if I had to guess that the front of the plane is supposed to have hit the fin of the Spinosaurus, like hit its spine.
Uh-huh.
But I don't recall there being any spine damage later in the movie. Like, I mean, we're about to see it. Again, spoiler alert. But I don't think it's got any damage from the plane. Now, I may be incorrect on this, but I'm pretty sure that the budget for the first Jurassic Park was something like $65 million.
Okay.
And the budget for the second one was something like 70-some million. And then the budget for this was like 95 million.
I mean, it must have all just gone to William H.
Tell me where it
Macy's
went.
mustache.
What?
Must have all
Going
just
into
gone to...
Johnny William H. Macy's mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, who could have been that expensive? Sam Neill's not a super expensive guy. Tay Leone's not really a big name. William H. Macy's probably a bigger name now than he was then.
Yeah.
Still not superstar. Must have all been for Laura Dern. Is she running towards the dinosaur?
It's like a grizzly bear. You have to establish dominance.
By playing dead, I think, is the deal with the grizzly bear.
What's the name of the super dinosaur they make in Jurassic World?
Indominus Rex,
Right.
which is a pretty dumb name,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Although I will say, I thought Spinosaurus was a really dumb name too, because I didn't realize this was an actual dinosaur.
Oh, really?
But
is that what this is? It's a Spinosaurus? I thought it was an Allosaurus.
No, an Allosaurus is like a smaller version of a T-Rex with 3 fingers instead of 2.
Oh.
They have one in the newest movie.
Oh, really?
But it looks kind of scrawny. It looks a little bit like kind of like an oversized raptor. And then the bad guy, the Indoraptor, is also kind of an oversized raptor. Now, you might notice that Nick and I are babbling on about random crap right now while there's a giant dinosaur attack going on.
You'd think it would
I
be
think that's
interesting.
evidence. Yeah, I think that's evidence that the action here is not great.
Oh, somebody spilled makeup all over them.
A little ketchup. Everybody get ready for the star of the movie you've been waiting for this whole time. Here comes T-Rex. You're probably pretty excited, right? Except that it looks like a goofy fucking puppet with a lazy eye.
Yeah, but it looks better than the other thing.
And then it gets real CGI looking.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed seeing it, because he's not going to be around long. Yeah, here it is. Big battle. The dinosaur fight you've been waiting for forever. It's like Rocky and Apollo Creed.
Rocky 8 comes out this fall.
What does?
Rocky 8.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's called Creed 2.
It's like Jurassic World 2.
Oh, it broke its neck.
See, now this is like Rocky and Apollo Creed if instead of going the distance, it ended in the first round.
Well, Apollo Creed gets his neck broken by Ivan Drago.
Yeah. That was better drama than this. Look at I wish we could rewind that and hear her do that again. Please, you could go ahead and hit him again. I don't care. Just doesn't, there's no heart in it. He said Ben Hinterbrand like they should know his name.
Yeah.
Like, who was he with? Howard Stern. Oh.
$8 weeks. I thought they were going to say like 2 weeks. 8 weeks. That's such a long time.
Well, I mean, by the time we see him, he has turned into a wilder person. What a weird way to deliver that line.
He's wearing shorts. I don't know what I expect him to wear, but it's not shorts.
I was kind of wondering. So they're near the airplane crash right now.
Right.
And the Spinosaurus just killed a T-Rex. Not too far from there.
Yeah, it's still in the area.
Why are they still here? And why are they all changing?
Well,
Like, Why do they all need to be getting naked right now? It's daytime. They just got there. They didn't fall through a giant mud puddle or anything. Why are they changing? Why is this part of the plot?
They're covered in icky mud. They brought all these clothes. Well, there was blood on them.
So what? How long were they planning on staying here? Did they pack for overnight? He said think bigger, as if Billy didn't just see how big it was.
Right.
Oh, there's Forrest Gump working on his backpack.
Man, that would be an awesome crossover.
Jurassic Park meets Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
He's like accidentally saving everyone from the dinosaurs. Oh, they psyched him out.
This guy is a liar.
Well, wait, if you had a tile place, how would bathroom fixtures be plus? I mean, wouldn't that just be part of the tile place anyway?
Well, I mean, if you do tile, that's usually like the only thing you would do. Like you'd have to hire somebody else to come in and do your light fixtures and stuff. But Kirby Tile and Plus means they'll do it all in one-stop shop.
Thank you for setting me straight there. I'm not quite sure I understand that line. He's saying you never can tell about people. And then William H. Macy's like, yeah, tell me about it.
Right.
But like, isn't he talking about him? Are you watching this on Netflix?
No, I'm watching it on my own.
Because I've got the weirdest subtitle stuff going on here. Instead of being in a flat line across the bottom of the screen, it's like on top of the people who are talking and sort of like stacked in these big capital letters. Listeners, you probably are not having this experience at all. But if you happen to be watching this on Netflix, you know what? Don't even try to turn it on because you'll end up having to pause the movie and it'll throw you off like it did with me a minute ago. But if you're really curious, you can start the whole process over. Oh, battery's dead. I got an idea. Let's just shove a battery that doesn't go into this camera.
He just starts smashing
into it somehow.
He smashes the camera with the light. What is it called? Flashlight.
I wish they had continued that scene. Right. I would have loved to see what he did with
exactly
that battery just
he did to make it work.
Or if the scene had continued and he's like, hey, wait, I got an idea. And he bonked the battery into it like 5 times, but it didn't combine. And then he was like, I got nothing. Where did the wires come from? And then she just pulls out a battery.
Where did he get wires from?
That was his idea. He's Inspector Gadget. Or MacGyver.
I love how the video is edited so that it turns on whenever it's convenient to shoot.
Well, I think we've all been programmed to understand found footage stuff that way. Why would the kid even say that? Yeah. Hey, I know you're trying to get out of a tree right now, but the camera's on. You probably want to turn that off. What?
Can you fly one of those? Maybe.
So here's a little information. Spoiler alert for the end of the movie. Billy, in the original script, died.
Oh, really?
Yep. But the actor who somehow had enough clout for this argued his way into coming back to life.
Really?
Yes.
But he has such a compelling character.
Well, and when we do get there, uh, listeners, you will see how much sense it makes that he is okay the way that he is. That might not make sense now, but it'll make even less sense later.
So that body got that decayed in 8 weeks?
It's the rainforest, man. They got big bugs.
I guess. I'm sorry your boyfriend's dead. I guess I'll
She doesn't even care. She's like, it's not Ben. Who cares?
She doesn't even care about him.
Wait a minute. Maybe you're right, Nick. Maybe that guy's body shouldn't have been so meatless. But Eric's been out here hungry for 8 weeks. And he had to eat something.
I guess I'll just fold this by myself then.
Okay, so I got a couple thoughts on this.
Okay.
First of all, the dinosaurs that seem later to be obsessed with these eggs just leave them there without anybody watching them. And these people are pointing at the eggs like, hey, Dr. Grant, you got to see, there are dinosaur eggs over here. What is surprising about that?
Uh-huh.
Like, is he going to go like, oh my God, they're breeding. Like,
right, yeah.
the island's full of dinosaurs, duh.
That was a ton of eggs, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that had to have been like 40 dinosaur eggs.
That's like they were buying dinosaur eggs at Costco. Because, bulk.
That Billy is up to something.
Yeah, that's probably also his top dollar because he's got $1. Liar.
They're on this giant island and they're coming across everything like it was like a 1 block area.
Well, maybe they hadn't built up much since it was the secondary island. I was on that set, actually. I walked exactly where Taya Leone is right now.
No way, really?
Yep. My sister used to work in a studio that was connected to the rest of the Universal Studio stuff, and we went there after dark, and I got to walk around on some of the sets like this and the Bates Motel and the movie.
Cool.
It was pretty cool. Actually, it was as corny as this movie is. It was pretty creepy.
There.
And that Ang Lee Hulk movie was being shot there too, but it was covered by huge walls because it was so secret.
Oh.
Just how secret they're being right now by smashing stuff, not being heard by anything.
That was a funny moment.
Was it?
I appreciated it.
If he was hungry, why didn't he get something out of the other machine?
He walks away because he didn't.
Well, I guess a man's got to have his pride. Even William H. Macy. Now, Nick, you and I know what's going on right now. And the viewers may not, but I want you to think about this. This whole time right now, the dinosaur that we know is, hanging around. It's been hanging around the whole time. What if they walked out? Like, how long would it wait before it went, dang it, my plan's foiled?
They'll come back.
It just hangs there all day long. Man, can that dinosaur strike a pose?
Why would it just sit there?
Because it's smarter than a primate. No stupid monkey would know to sit there for like 3 minutes.
The monkey would have thrown his poop at her.
It could get through there very easily.
Yeah. That's pretty smart, wedging themselves in the corner there. Oh, it could smell the
freedom?
Right, yeah. It's calling for help.
God. Like, Dr. Grant, I'm not sure we have time for that right now.
The Velociraptors are like, one team, one dream.
What's that?
The Velociraptors are like, one team, one dream. Let's go get them.
It's kind of ridiculous that, like, they just walked out of that visitor center and there's a whole huge herd of dinosaurs, like, 6 feet away.
Uh-huh.
I feel like velociraptors would have figured out how to climb trees by now.
Yeah, they could climb a gate and get over it.
Yeah.
A tree wouldn't be that much harder.
I've seen a picture of an alligator climbing a 6-foot fence in someone's backyard.
Really?
Yep. So, I'm pretty sure a velociraptor could get up a tree. See, now imagine that dinosaur looked a little more at the camera and then smiled and winked.
Did it really wink?
Not quite. It definitely smiles. It doesn't quite wink, but it does, like, open and close its eye more slowly than a wink. It's pretty implied.
How did she stay up on that tree branch?
I don't know.
That's so ridiculous.
Well, and I love that he's, like, talking out loud while these, like, animals with animal hearing are, like, right there. Snapping necks like ninjas.
Takes the time to snap its neck.
Well, and that is the second neck snap we've had in this movie.
Right.
I think this island has a little bit too much evolution going on. But I'll tell you what, since the dinosaurs showed up, they have been in every scene.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they're doing roll call right now. I think it was like, Billy, I'm here. Jones, yeah, I'm right here. Chuck, wait, where's Chuck?
Raptor Squad,
there's
assemble.
Chuck. Good.
This kid who's made his own ghillie
Robin
suit.
Williams from Jumanji.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Wait, okay.
I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to let it roll. You can talk to the listeners.
I will. Okay, hi listeners. I'll do my best to entertain you in Nick's absence. I got nothing though. Yeah, but he doesn't have any respect for them, and they've been idiots the whole time, so it's a meaningless line. And why waste the lantern when there's light coming in? This is where Nick would agree with me, but, he's not here. Ugh, that just looks disgusting. I don't think that I'd be like that desperate for food an hour off the plane. And how much of that can did he eat? I'm like, did you? Good. Give me that fucking Nestle Crunch. I want to eat this can of beans. I wonder what he's writing in this book that's given this kid the sense that he now hates dinosaurs. Like, is this science book a description of the dinosaurs? It's like a velociraptor is a 6-foot-tall dinosaur with a stiff tail and a rotten attitude because they're jerks.
Hello?
Yeah, I do want to know now, because I would assume that he just put that beaker into like a footprint full of pee.
Uh-huh.
But now that he's saying you don't want to know, I'm like, well, wait, what did you do? Did you just like suction it to a dinosaur's cock or what?
Right.
Yeah, because 12-year-olds are reading about chaos theory.
I could go for a Nestle Crunch bar.
No shit, right?
That,
and they had Sam Neill just eating this giant can of rotten-ass beans. Yeah, you missed that conversation. Me and the viewers were having a good time while you were gone.
Compies. In the book Jurassic Park, I think the compies are supposed to be the size of chickens.
Yes. You are correct.
Doop doo 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 doo.
Is it me, or do all the dinosaurs in this one look like they've been like spray painted?
Yeah, the colors look so strange. Was that a Stegosaurus?
No, that was an Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus.
Stegosaurus has the plates on the back and the spikes on the tail.
Right. It is kind of her fault.
Well, you don't have to be a complete dud, boring loser to not have your kid go to a dinosaur island without you.
Remember when your boyfriend's bones
Yeah, I was
smacked into
gonna
your
say,
face?
yeah, I'm not, because your fucking new husband's dead. Take that.
Was it her new husband or is it her boyfriend?
Does it matter?
No, I guess not. Well, if it's her boyfriend, she might not be totally into the guy, but if she's married to him, then she would be, pretty distraught that his bones smacked her right in the face.
I don't know. Then again, I've never been married. Boy, they couldn't even make real looking plants.
Yeah, this movie feels like it was shot on a set. Like, it doesn't feel like it's real. You don't feel like you're really in Hawaii at all.
Yeah. Every blood splatter looks fake. Every plant looks fake.
Yeah. Shouldn't he be trying to get back to the group? Was he just drinking the water downstream of where he was peeing?
I hope so.
Yeah, what the hell? Why would you just assume that? Why would you assume anything like that?
Well, a big dinosaur doesn't want to fall off the edge into the water.
Look how big that raptor claw is compared to the ones from the first
wait,
Jurassic Park.
Hang on. He just said that's a velociraptor claw, a fossil. Why would there be a fossil claw out here?
Oh wait, I think he says I used to have one, a fossil.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he said.
I got tired of reading all these caps. Felt like everyone was shouting at me. It's such a strange way to close caption things. You know how at the beginning of the show when it says restricted and it just feels corny? The closed captioning feels corny. I hope our viewers are listening to this as they watch it on Netflix and they have the closed captioning on.
Yeah.
It looks like they're walking through a plant store.
I agree. It's every 5 feet.
This is a greenhouse.
Every 5 feet, there's a new kind of plant because they ran out of the old. They only have 10 plants.
Starts being like hedges.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, the dinosaur that's been chasing them sounds bigger than a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Who, when it stomps, shakes your glass of water. Yeah, fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard. Lucky strap.
Why would he have a satellite phone? Like he says, yeah, your
Like
satellite
he's walking
phone.
around with a huge sat phone all the time. I don't know. You're getting a call. Answer it. I like how he whispers run as though like the dinosaur won't figure out that's what they're doing.
What could have possibly torn through that cable and steel?
That's a good question.
What? I mean, and be that small.
I'd like to see a supercut.
He just smashed through that.
Leone. Oh yeah, it totally smashes the fence, but this door's like too much for it.
Yeah.
But I just noticed Taya Leone's running, and I'd like for someone to make a supercut of all her running scenes. It's a pretty interesting thing to watch.
Now I feel like I need to rewind it to see what it looked like. Billy really handled this poorly. He could have just let Dr. Grant hold the bag.
Yeah.
No, I laid them.
Now you've offended them. They're going to be dangerous now. It was so confusing before that those predators wanted to eat us.
Why did the Raptors chase them in the first movie?
I was just about to say that. He should be like, but why were they doing it before? I'd like to know what he's referencing there. You know, that's the sort of thing that I feel like a lot of people could say, but what are we talking about when we say that? The worst things happen with the best intentions. Are we saying that the Holocaust was done with the best intentions?
I mean, according to Hitler, it was.
Like Hitler, he got, his means were a little off, but his heart was in the right place.
That's awful.
What does that mean? Anyway. Then they'll probably try to eat us, just like they would if they catch us with them.
Spiral staircase going down.
Actually, you know, given Alan Grant's thought process here, that it now makes sense that the raptors have been following them around because they have the eggs. It doesn't make much sense to carry the eggs. Set them outside the door and walk the hell away.
Right, exactly.
Plus, they're unincubated at this point anyway.
This is a great foggy scene.
Aren't raptors going to be more mad when you give them their aborted fetus eggs? Anyway, sorry. What?
Nothing.
Ah.
Keeps giving him the stink eye.
I know, right? It's too bad Billy didn't die. We could have Jurassic Park 7 where Sam Neill's just sad.
Was Sam Neill in Jurassic World too?
No.
He just starts jumping.
I thought Sam Neill passed away. I must have made that up.
Did he? I hope not.
Let's start a rumor.
I can't believe
you
he
heard
died.
it here first, listeners. Rest in peace, Sam Neill. You know, I get that this like bird cage has gotten a little rotten and stuff, but I'm really looking at it and questioning the design that they even began with.
I was reading the description for this movie, and it said that this takes place 8 years after the original thing. All this infrastructure wouldn't fall apart in just 8 years.
8 years? Oh yeah, no. I mean, unless the dinosaurs were just like jumping on it like they're having a house party, like trying to destroy it.
Yeah.
No way. I grew this mustache with the best of intentions. That's a lot of noise there. What's going on?
You can hear that?
Yeah.
I was getting my phone because I want to see if Sam Neill's dead.
I'm going to cross my fingers that he's not. And then if he's not, I'm going to take credit for having crossed my fingers.
Nope, he's still alive.
Oh, you're welcome, Sam Neill. Smell that poop.
Guano.
I like that he figures out because there's poop on it that, like, this is a bird cage.
Right.
Like, anything that a bird has pooped on must be a cage for birds. Or in this case, pterodactyls. I will give them this for continuity. Jurassic World has an aviary, and it seems like it's designed pretty similarly to this. Unfortunately, I know that the kid doesn't get eaten by a pack of pterodactyls, but man, would it be funny if he did.
I haven't seen the movie After Earth, but isn't there a scene in it just like this where he gets dropped into a giant bird's nest?
I think so, but I think then the bird decides to become a good guy bird, and it helps him. I don't think, from what I've seen of that movie, I don't think I could ever tolerate watching it. Don't you need to fall pretty far before you open up a parachute?
Nah.
Okay.
That guy pulled it right away.
Huh?
That guy pulled his chute right. It was a nice package.
Don't you need to like let yourself fall for a while though to like pick up speed or something?
No. Because like I said, when we went paragliding, we just kind of jumped off the side of a mountain with the parachute already out.
Oh yeah. Boy, those are some crappy looking birds. I feel like that thing's so awkward looking that, I don't know, you'd be able to like fight it off or something. Like you could just like clamp its beak shut or kick it like that.
Yeah, like it's an alligator. It has a lot of strength, but it can't open its mouth. It's got a lot of bite, but not a lot of open power.
Right.
Is this where he was supposed to die in the original script?
Probably. Maybe they would have shown him get ripped apart by pterodactyls. Man, what a great scene that would have been. I would love to see like the second, third, fourth, not the fifth, but like the second, third, and fourth movies just redone as like straight up hard R horror movies. Billy breaks his neck trying to get out of this thing, and then the pterodactyls like split him in half and tear him into pieces. I guess Jurassic World had a fair amount of that sort of stuff with like the one girl who got picked up by pterodactyls like 10 times and then eaten by the mosasaur.
Yeah.
But still, it was still PG-ified, you know.
Yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah, you can show all kinds of gore, you just can't show any blood.
Oh, maybe that's where he died right there. There was some blood going on. And then that pterodactyl gave them the, what are you looking at? Look.
You want to be next?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. We'll do the same to you, buddy. I'll be honest, that's the first time I've ever actually noticed that those pterodactyls like were scraping Billy up and putting blood in the water.
Where's the bag with the raptor eggs?
I don't know. Dr. Grant's got it. Yep.
Here we are on Disney's Jungle Cruise ride.
Yeah, after 8 years, I'm sure all the pieces of equipment have fallen apart, but, you know, the gasoline on the boat that's been sitting in the water rotting is fine.
Right.
Oh, yeah, so this kid, he was the kid in The Sixth Sense who had a sore throat. He was in a sore throat commercial.
I don't remember.
So I guess he was like the cool kid at the school that Haley Joel Osment went to. I'm not sure. I guess he was kind of a bully too. I think he like locks Haley Joel Osment in a closet or something.
Man, I don't remember that at all. That's a movie I'd like to watch again. I haven't seen it in a long, long time.
It was a really good movie. I liked it. Now that's a movie where I did not see the ending coming. That's all Billy wanted, just to touch people or things or whatever. Look, a dinosaur. Oh my God. God, these are the most hideous looking dinosaurs. Like that dinosaur looks like it's got some sort of like skin malformation.
Yeah.
Like, and what's up with all these dinosaurs hanging out 5 feet from one another?
They live in peace and harmony.
But they're just on top of each other. I mean, that just looks like shit.
It does.
Ugh. And then that like, what? It's a monster. That's the scariest looking dinosaur in the whole fucking movie.
Scene from the original Jurassic Park where the brontosauruses or brachiosauruses are off in the distance. This looks just so perfect. And then this movie, which was made like 10 years later, looks so terrible.
It's absolutely horrible. It's an hour shorter, and it's got 30% more budget, and it looks like it was done over the weekend on Microsoft Paint.
That is one big pile of shit.
There's 5 big piles of shit.
Hello, I've been trying to reach you for 7 hours.
And they're just like, oh, what's this dinosaur up to? Huh.
What?
Here's a small spray painted T-Rex. Whatever.
Nothing about that made any sense. Is the dinosaur doesn't want to eat them because they're stinky?
Oh, it's one of those phones that tells you how many calls you have left. What? So the kid was looking out into the water and managed somehow to spot some fish?
Yeah.
And went, oh my God, look, fish. What is it with this kid? Oh my God, a dinosaur. Oh my God, fish. And if you're going to tell me that the phone somehow does tell you that there's only enough battery for 1 call, don't let him make 2 calls. Brace yourselves, viewers. This shit's about to get hilarious. See, that doesn't look like it was hit by an airplane. And this is the first scene where the dinosaur even looks real at all. And it's just because it's actually a night scene.
Yeah.
They can just get away with more. Oh. Boy, I wish I could be in the office, in the writer's office, the day that whichever writer came up with it. And while he's sitting there patting himself on the back, I just smack him in the fucking head. By the way, you're at your computer, right?
I'm sitting in my chair.
Okay. The writers for this movie, allow me. Because the writers for this movie are not writers that have bad credits.
I can't believe that. I like that the phone disconnects and immediately goes to the phone's been off the hook for a while sound.
Mm-hmm. So
My kids have no idea what dial tone is.
yeah, right. They wouldn't. Um, the writers for Jurassic Park 3 are Alexander Payne, Peter Buckman, and Jim Taylor.
Alexander
Now,
Payne sounds familiar.
let me look these names up here.
What is William H. Macy trying to do? What? I'm trying to eat this lady. Oh, I found this flare gun at the bottom of the lake. What's he doing at the bottom of the lake in the first place?
What's that?
What was he doing swimming down there in the first place?
Trying to get the phone? So, Jim Taylor wrote Election.
Oh, Election's a great
Sideways.
movie.
He wrote Sideways. He wrote About Schmidt.
Good movie.
And a bunch of other stuff. And Jurassic Park 3.
Wow.
Yeah. And apparently Michael Crichton wrote the characters. Alexander Payne
Before we leave,
Oh,
can we pick up
apparently
my boyfriend's bones?
Alexander Payne and Jim, whatever his name was, wrote Election and Sideways together,
Oh, really? Okay.
and The Descendants.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't really know what the deal was with Jurassic Park for them.
Just a big paycheck.
Oh, and About Schmidt. Looks like he also directed or wrote some Playboy films.
Oh.
That makes a little more sense.
Which ones?
Inside Out 3,
Ew.
Inside Out.
I forgot about the Raptors.
Yeah, it's time for them to assert their primate dominance.
Now, these Raptor effects look pretty good. The special effects are...
Well, there's some actual puppetry going on here.
Oh, okay.
Why would it be sniffing all over her anyway? The eggs are right there.
Right.
Why would it assume Taya Leone took the eggs? Does it smell her eggs? And it's like, hey, I know you have eggs. I love that he sees that thing and he's like, I've got a brilliant idea. I love watching the velociraptor pick up the eggs in its teeth all crooked and whatnot, because it's a dinosaur and it doesn't have hands.
What the?
What the fuck? They're using our language.
Isn't there a video online of the raptors talking?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
this part.
Yeah.
They're like, what is he saying? I need to watch that now. Call for help. He said,
Yeah, I like how William H. Macy was like, hey, you're not doing it right. Play that different song with that new musical instrument you know how to play. Do the call for help song. It walks away like, I'll see you later.
this isn't over, Dr. Grant.
I would still be looking over my shoulders at the goddamn velociraptors.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because that's how that would work. There'd be a dude in a suit standing by himself. There she is running again. We need the supercut. Where the fuck did those come from? Yeah, we weren't going to thank her before. She only saved our lives with one branch of the military. This right here, that they sent all these people and saved them, is an insult to that soccer team that just got out of that tunnel.
Right.
And how the fuck is Billy already on here? See, this is what I was talking about earlier.
Oh.
It makes no sense. They saved him before getting to the island.
Right.
I rescued your hat. That's what this actor fought for. He didn't want to die in the movie, so he said, let me rescue Alan Grant's hat. It'll tie everything together. I don't understand that. You know, I've heard about a lot of actors arguing for things like their characters not dying and stuff like that. I'm like, what difference does it make? It's a movie, not a television show. It's not like you're going to be in endless episodes. But I don't know. Maybe he was hoping he'd be in Jurassic Park 4.
I still wish that they made the Jurassic Park 4 with the half human, half dinosaur hybrids.
It's coming, dude. Ugh, God. Ugh. Ugh, I just want to punch everyone right now. These people are... Ugh. No, you can't. You're not allowed to put on your hat like you're Indiana Jones. Sam Neill was cool in the first movie, but he's lost his cred.
I like how the music
And
feels
now we
like
can
it's
just
rushing.
look up these pterodactyl butts. Like, come on, man. Shoot them from the side.
Caw-caw.
And it doesn't look good at all. Like it just looks so fake.
I will give this to the
God.
movie. Joe Johnston is a good director. This movie was a tight hour and 25 minutes.
Exactly. It's so much better than the second movie. Well, that was a good time.
That was a good time, listeners. I hope you enjoyed yourself as well. If you have any suggestions for what we should do our next commentary episode for, let us know. We'll make it happen.
Oh yeah, man. We'll watch movies you want us to watch.
Original themes by John Williams. Rip-off themes by Don Davis.
I think I was going to say Don Williams. Hey, look, Netflix, if you scroll down a little bit, Deep Blue Sea. That sounds like a commentary.
That does sound like a commentary.
Oh, they got Mortal Kombat too. I've never seen that.
Mortal Kombat! That's a movie like I don't want to watch because in my head it's an awesome movie, but I haven't seen it in 20 years.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to mess with that.
I'm sure it does not hold up at all.
There's The Land Before Time. That's a dinosaur movie. I'm pretty sure it's only like 65 minutes long.
I don't feel like crying.
Oh, it's an hour and 8 minutes.
Wow.
How did they ever get away with putting that in the theater?
I don't know. It was a hit, too. It's a good movie.
I remember enjoying it a lot as a kid.
It gets even sadder when you hear about the tragedy.
When you hear about it?
Yeah, the girl who's the voice of... Ducky? Yeah. Her father murdered her.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's awful. And it was
That is awful.
she died before the movie came out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Something like right along those lines.
Wow, that is sad.
Also, Littlefoot's mom dies. Spoiler alert.
Well, and that was our uplifting, lighthearted take on Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yes.
Is that the end of the reel? How's this work?
Nope, we have to ride out through the credits.
Oh, they're not done?
Nope.
Oh.
We're at first assistant A camera, Martin Martino.
I'm looking at other movies that are available right now. There's a lot of Sharknadoes, and I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably not the sort of thing we want a commentary because it knows what it is.
Yeah,
it's like
it's not the same when it's when it's made bad on purpose. It's not.
Find something that thinks it's good and is not.
I want something that's been made in earnest.
Yeah, let's get some Nicolas Cage movies going on. We'll do a commentary on Wicker Man.
We tried to watch that when I was in Chicago the one time. We watched
it's hilarious.
We rented the two of us. We rented the original Wicker Man and the Nicolas Cage Wicker Man.
The original one's pretty good.
Yeah, and then we tried watching the Nicolas Cage one. I don't think we made it through it. I think we turned it off.
Was that like right after I moved here though?
It was winter.
Never mind then.
Because that was when we went to what's the place where you get the hamburgers from? Like a ton of hamburgers, real cheap.
White Castle.
White Castle. Yeah, we went to White Castle. We walked to White Castle in the snow and got like 30 hamburgers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I lived like a block from White Castle.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the days. I live like 4 miles from a White Castle now. Man, I just want to hop in the car and go to White Castle.
Well, this was a fun time.
Thank you for joining us for Jurassic Park 3.
We're still in animators here. Jurassic Park 3. Oh, you know what? Here, while the credits are rolling, maybe I can pull up some trivia about the movie. We can enjoy that.
The Departed is on Netflix. Yeah, we should just watch a really good movie and still tear it apart somehow.
The effects crew used 250 gallons of oatmeal to simulate the Spinosaurus droppings.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see. The Spinosaur was the largest animatronic ever built. It weighed 12 tons and was operated by hydraulics. This allowed it to operate while completely submerged in water. So the Spinosaurus was real a bunch of times, and it looked fake.
Some of the time. Well, it looked like crap in the daytime scenes because the movement and stuff looked awful, even though it was a puppet when it wasn't CGI. But it looked okay when it was dark. Even in the original, there are some moments where you can tell the Tyrannosaurus is a animatronic where the rain would get absorbed into the material that they used as skin, and it would overload, like, because it would absorb it, it would get heavier, and it would overload the machinery. And so, like, there's one scene where the camera's panning down over the T-Rex as it's getting ready to step on the car and stuff with the kids in there.
Yeah.
And you can see it kind of shaking a little bit because that's what would happen. It would start to look like, more or less, it looked like it was having seizures.
Just start jerking around.
Yeah, and they would just like have to like swat it with towels and blow fans on it and stuff to get it to dry out. But anyway, there's a little bit of trivia for you too.
Let's see. A lot of this trivia is not interesting. Oh, here's a shooting for the film began before the final script was completed.
Oh, yeah. I think they were working on the script well into production.
This is the first time in the franchise that a T-Rex is killed and a raptor is not.
I think it's the only.
You remember where you said, "Is that a Randy Newman song?"
Yeah,
it was a Randy Newman song.
Oh, well, there we go.
Called "Big Hat, No Cattle."
That's in the trivia, huh?
The song is about lying and making yourself out to be someone who you are not, which is exactly what the Kirby's do in order to fool Dr. Grant into being their guide.
So clever.
Well, I think that's going to about wrap things up. What was that? It's going to wrap things up for us. Thanks for listening. And that is the end of the reel. So we will see you next week
in film.
Bye.